Morning guys, welcome back to another Mac Farms video. In fact, this is the first Mac Farms video of the year, filming anyway. It is January the 2nd, 2021. So this is the first video I'm filming this year. Hopefully it'll be a good year for the channel, but we'll see. So today is Saturday. We got a storm coming tonight, I think, or this evening. Snow, maybe rain, I don't know, we'll see. It's pretty cold here right now, so we're kind of thinking it's going to be snow. So we're trying to get prepared for that. We got the blade and the snowblower all rigged up on the Challenger. We had that, most of that set up before. We just had to put the blade, our dad just put the blade on it last night. And yesterday we put the chains and the snowblower on the 4253. So that's ready to go too. The last thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to put the, if you can see it right there, we go. I'm going to put the back blade on my little 7020. I like to use that for cleaning up around the buildings and stuff. It seems to work pretty good for that. Like, it's just, you know, small, it can get into the tight areas and get up close to the doors of the buildings and stuff without doing any damage, and it's just good for that. So we're going to do that here in a second, then I'll take you down and show you the Challenger, I guess. Alright, I know we don't get the world's greatest lighting here. But we can work with it. I actually had this all set up before I had the blade on it. I took it off because I had to replace a hose on this thing again. One of the hoses that we replaced before ended up not being crimped on right, and I had to replace it a second time, so that was fun. My toe pin that I usually use in here, I have to use this one right now, I guess. Alright, so there's a setup there. That's a 5-foot Woods back blade that I bought when I got the tractor. It's a nice little blade, actually. It's a little bit wider than the tractor. The tractor's 4 feet wide, and the bucket on the front is the same. It's 4 feet wide. So you can get whatever you miss with the bucket with the back blade on it, a little bit wider area. And it's nice too if you're coming in close to the side of a building or something. You got another, 6 inches or whatever, the blade sticking out, where you can kind of get in a little bit tighter. So it's nice like that. And you've seen the tractor before. Well, I've seen the whole setup before, I guess, but that's the rest of it. So she works pretty good. 4-wheel drive. So I think I found it worked pretty good with the 4-wheel drive. Didn't really need chains on it. So she's all ready to go for the impending storm, I guess. Here in the barn, there really isn't anything that needs to be gotten ready when there's a snowstorm coming. The only thing we'll do is in the evening we'll close up the windows if the wind's howling or whatever. The windows are pretty much closed up right now anyway because it's so cold outside, and that's about it. Everything stays pretty well in here. There's nothing really to worry about. Sometimes you get a little bit of snow blows in around the silos. It's hard to get a seal around the silos between the wall and the concrete, but anyway, everything seems to work pretty good here in the barn. Alright, so I actually decided I'm going to take the 7020 down to the car garage down by the house. It's going to be a little bit easier to get it out there rather than have to dig around these doors here. So that's my plan now. Dad's truck is not there, it's over at my uncle's, so I can shoehorn it in the garage down there, no problem. So there, she's stuffed in here. No problem. I got this snowblower sitting here too. I assume that's going to be all ready to go. I should be no trouble with that. I just use that for clearing off my grandmother's step there by her house. It's a royal pain to shovel it. The snow drifts off the roof on top of the step, so I bought this thing cheap and it's been all right. I kind of hate it. It's a piece of junk, but I mean, it does the job. So anyway, yeah, should be able to just roll that door open there tomorrow if there's some snow, and push my way out of here. That's the plan anyway. Here's the Challenger all set up with the plow on it, as you guys can see. She's a big tractor for snow removal. But I got the tiny little blower on the back. It's not tiny, I guess it's a 7-foot blower. But it just looks so small on the tractor. It's lucky the tractor is set up so narrow. So that's the back end taken care of. The front end, of course, we have the HLA undercarriage mount blade set up on her. It's HLA SB4QDM, whatever that means. It's quick attach anyway. And the HLA 4000 10-foot snow blade, which is like, this thing weighs 2,000 pounds or something like that. It's ridiculous. Super heavy duty. I think the ideal setup would be a V blade, because the Challenger, it does have some trouble. You know, when the snow is deep, pushing its way through 10 feet of snow, widthways, I mean. So a V blade would be nice for that. I mean, it's not too bad. If you put the blade all the way down, it has trouble pushing it. I mean, you can lift the blade up a little bit and put some weight on the front end, and it doesn't have too much trouble then. But you know, it'd be nice to be able to clean it right off in one pass, and you need a V blade for that, I think. So anyway, she works pretty good. I mean, you can always put chains on this thing, and she'd be pretty well unstoppable then, I would think. So anyway, you guys all know about the Challenger anyway. I've talked about that to death, I think. So there she is. Well guys, now I guess for the sake of this video, we better hope we get some snow. Otherwise this won't make any sense. But yeah, hopefully we get a little bit of snow for tomorrow morning. We can play in the snow a little bit with the tractors, get some footage of that. If not, then I don't know. I won't complain, but it'll kind of suck for the sake of this video. So anyway, I guess we'll fast forward now to tomorrow. So see you guys when we get there. Well, we just finished milking. As you can probably tell by the state of my jacket, it is snowing out. I don't know if I can show you outside or not. We'll give her a go. So there you have it. It is snowing. I don't know if it's going to last through the night or not. It might turn to rain yet. It's just on the cusp of freezing, so we'll see. See you in the morning, I guess. Well, it's morning. I still hear the wind howling. I was going to open this video with a drone shot of the snow, but it's still too windy. So let's check out the snow situation out here. Oh yeah. That's good. See if we can make our way to the barn, I guess. You can see outside a bit better. Looks like there's quite a bit of snow down. Well, the AGCO is pretty high, so hopefully it's not too grainy, but there's probably 6 to 8 inches of snow in places. It blew across the driveway here, so it's not too bad. Well, Dad rushed out here this morning before we were even done milking and started plowing, so got that much done. Well, I just finished shoveling off my grandmother's steps, so it's time to take out the 70-20 and the absolute snow scalpel that it is, and start cleaning up around the tighter areas, I guess. I gotta clean up here in front of the garage first, though. It's Dad kind of left it. Oh my God, you can't see nothing. Hold on. There we go. So clean up this area first, I guess. That snow is pretty heavy, wet snow. So yeah, I'll just set you up on a time lapse, I guess, and I'll clear off this little bit. Well, everything was going pretty good. I got quite a bit of it cleared out. Maybe you can, probably not, it's too bright out there, but I got quite a bit of the driveway out here cleared off. The 720 works good because it has down pressure on the blade and the bucket too, like, so you can scrape off the pavement real nice and just get it, you know, scrape bare, and then just a little bit of sun will melt what's left off of it, and then you don't got to worry about ice or nothing like that. But yeah, like I said, it was going pretty good. Started to notice a little bit of oil. I thought I seen it earlier on, but I didn't see any more. And then last going off, I was pretty sure I did see oil on the ground. So brought it back in the shop here and parked it, and sure enough, I got a leak somewhere up around the front, around the pump. I just replaced a hose on there not that long ago. Again, I did the same hose twice, believe it or not. First time it was a hole in the hose, and the second time the fittings were crimped on it right and ended up blowing one of the ends off it. So I don't think the hose is blown this time. I'm hoping it's just leaking at the fitting. Maybe I didn't tighten it good enough or something like that. It didn't seem to be leaking right away when the oil was cold, you know, thicker, and now that the oil is hot, obviously it must be leaking a little bit easier. So I'm hoping that it's just need to tighten up the fitting on the end or something like that. So I'm gonna have to take the grill off the tractor there and have a look at that. But I think I'm going home and have breakfast right now, and we'll deal with that later on. But yeah, it's still windy and cold out. I got a little bit cleared off anyway. I got around my grandmother's step and that done, so that's good enough for now anyway. So anyway, I guess we'll come back later and reassess the situation maybe. I already brought the 7020 into the shop here. I just figured it'd be easier since, you know, this is where the tools are. I got the loader up here, and I got a piece of angle just holding it up, although I'm sure I'm going to hit my head off this at least once. So I'm just going to take the grill off there, and then I'm going to access the pump and whatnot and see what exactly is leaking there, and see what we need to do to fix it. Alright, I got the grill off here. This is the line that I replaced, and this is just one behind it. So I assume one of these two is leaking, so we're just going to run the tractor and see which one it is. Alright, so it appears that it's just leaking here at this second fitting in behind. You can hardly see, I guess, but we'll try tightening that up and see what happens, I guess. Well, it's far from a quick fix. It was more like a 2.5 hour ordeal, but I got that fitting tightened. And yes, that was the only problem, and yes, it did take that long. So anyway, hopefully it's alright now for a while. Oh yeah. Oh, I love this thing. It's just great. Anyway, it's like lunchtime now, so I don't know. I don't know if I'll find any more snow to play in or not now. Everything's pretty much cleaned up and starting to melt off, so yeah, that was it, I guess. Well, I didn't get in any more trouble today, but there's always next time. So until then, thanks for watching.